I'm not a morning person.
Dedicated to being passionate about it.
Bodybuilders have become more lazy.
People have always thought I lift fake weights. Iran and the United States.
You take responsibility for that.
Did you change the way you train recently? I heard I was watching videos of you. You do like a lot more different type of training. Can you talk about what changed exactly?
Yeah, like, so during all these times, everything kind of shifted during the COVID and so it's more recently the training's more changed, and because you get on a routine and you kind of just so I was kind of getting like stiff and achy. I was just kind of like my body. I started just doing what I could to maintain a look and keep going hard and created this thing. And then this more recently, and then I've been training a lot more athletes and training more people online. Then I'm having to figure out things within myself, and then I'm having to tell them the best thing to do for them and see the best results and what's important, what's not important, and what makes you feel good and what doesn't make you feel good. And what's the biggest thing, like all of us want? We want to feel good. Like we all just want to feel good. Like at the end of the day, what makes you feel good? Like you or me or anyone want to feel good. It's like, yeah, it's cool if I can go bench a whole bunch of weight. It's cool for a second, but it's not that cool in the sense of what is cool. Because cool isn't like hurting yourself and putting yourself at risk for the rest of your life and not being able to move your arm or not being able to work out again or being jacked out of your mind and your insides are going to nothing, or like being unhealthy and thinking you're healthy or something like that. That's not cool. So it's not being cool, it's the feel good thing. So what feel good? Like I started trying to think about those things. And that's what I started shifting on understanding. Like I've been working out a long time, and it's like I know how every body part works. I know about posture, flexibility, mobility, building every piece of a body. It's not just move weights and you create a beautiful look. It doesn't work that way. And that's what like you want to think, because it's like work out, you look like this beautiful picture. No, it doesn't always look like that. You actually got to know somebody that actually knows how to create that beautiful picture. You know what I mean? You can give a guy some paint. You gotta give him canvas. You get another person like that, a human. Are they going to create the beautiful picture? No, they're not. It takes art. It takes education. It takes understanding. It takes an imagination. It takes kind of taking things out of the box to create the look that you want. Because sometimes the cookie cutter box isn't what people want. They don't. They want something great and beautiful and next level and things like that. And that's what I'm about. Like the next level, create the like bigger, better, faster, stronger. You know what I mean? Like the ultimate, not like the ultimate. That's what I'm about. But the ultimate actually, like little do they know, he feels good. He's the master. You know what I mean? He's the craft. And he actually does feel good. Not everyone has the time to go master the craft. So I brought it down to the point of what feels good. What feels good is, and what I've realized with the change in my direction, I've been bringing the power movements down. So my power movements have gone down as heavy. So more realistic numbers within not powerlifting numbers, just nice strong man numbers. So I brought it down to just more realistic numbers of like 4 plates, 5 plates maybe at the most on like a squat deadlift. Before they were trying to get up there in the big high numbers, 7 and 8, the set 6 and 7. Just way too, and you get hurt that way. It's not longevity. So I switched it up into just more functional training on remembering like those things. So flexibility, been running more. I had to, like the gym's closed, so I had to shift my way of workouts completely because I go to a private facility where they don't really have cardio equipment. So I go to the beach and run. So I've increased my running. I run like 9 miles, or say 7 miles a week, but like in like 3 different times. More short distance, maybe 6 to 8 miles a week, and that's like good for myself. Like they're faster miles. I run like on my toes, athletic running. Not like a. I run like a forward, so it's more like a sprint, like a higher speed. So this changing my workouts, focusing more on my mobility, flexibility, my diet, just my health from within. Like what I consume, what I put in my body is very important. And especially I go back to the way we feel and think. Like, and a lot of it's simplifying our lives. Like I've more simplified a lot of the things. So I've decreased the amount of weight I lift too. I still go heavy on certain things, and I enjoy lifting heavy and having fun doing Bradley in the gym. I love the gym. I love the energy. It just pumps me up. But I always have to remind myself the important side of what's important, what do I have to do to last and be the long run of this, and start educating people. And then I've shifted in the way I think about like leaving a legacy. Like that's one thing. So I'll say that in a second, but it's just like I've shifted my routines to be able to just feel good and use my knowledge and who I truly am. I'm more of a bodybuilder and more perform those movements. And I feel better. I understand they make you feel better. When you just put strain on your body, thinking about numbers, something's going to give. Like our bodies aren't meant to be redlined every week, year after year.
Do you still go heavy ever? Because I seen a video of you. I think it's you and Simeon Panda. You guys lifting like 250 pound dumbbells. I don't know if that was recent or not, but do you still go heavy at all?
Like I took pound dumbbells last week, and I can still go 200 pounds. So that's 400 pounds total. Like I can still do that. And something that I have real good mobility. So today I did the 150s, and I like to show my mobility lifting those heavy weights sometimes. Like it's like 150s is really, really heavy, but I've been doing this 20 years. So it is heavy, but sometimes I do need to push my limits because I like to keep my fire like flaming and for myself. But when I do it, like I have my form on certain situations. Like I stand behind all my form and the way I do things. Like, so I do love lifting heavy. That was the Simeon Panda. I hit the 200s at Golds. I just hit the 200s last week. I want to do some fun things every once in a while with some things, but I like the crazy stuff. I'm trying to cut back, but it's weird where I feel so built right now. I feel like I'm coming into my prime that I got so stiff for a little bit that I felt like my strength, like, yeah, I could have kept just going those weird movements like deadlift, squat, bench, like, but honestly, that doesn't make me better in life. Like it doesn't make me far better. So I've like decreased on certain things and kept certain lists because they're not affecting the way my life feels good. And most people's lives, like they don't want to be lower back pains. They want like my waist. I really focused on the size of my waist. I've gotten my waist size down so small. I train with a belt. So it's more the way I look. So the style of the way I'm training now is just to look really good and feel really good. But it's not a matter of strength training at all. It's just that I built up strength over the years on certain movements.
Have you ever, because you lifted some crazy weights, have you ever sustained any injuries?
No injuries, like no injuries. And that's what I want people to understand. Like I saw some crazy stuff out there with people just popping their chest. That's just where that guy should not have been lifting that kind of weight. Like
that was recent. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stuff that's out there. And it's like, man, like these people are so stiff. They get so stiff that where even if their arm goes like this, like it's gonna tear because it's just too far. And like that's not a feel good. There's no feel good in the results of the way they lift. So it's like, yeah, I do lift a certain way and I do perform these certain things, but I'm also making sure everything I do that I'm prepared to do those lifts. Like I'm not putting my body at risk that I'm not aware of. Like when I'm doing certain situations, I know why he tore because it went too far down and it just pops where their mobility isn't there. I am all about my mobility all the time where I can go do these things that we get tested to do. Anyone can think there's something or they can create it, but you got to go put it to work to actually see if it works. Like, and the results speak for themselves. And I 100% want people to like understand it's like, don't go add those extra weights on there. And if you do want to add the extra weight, please get a help of a spot and have somebody there so you can feel the heavy weight. You don't have to lift it on your own the first time. Man, work your way up, warm the body up. But like, I live for spots. I live for people to help me so I can feel the weight. But then if I really need the help or I'm about to stop, because it's at that stopping point where you're like, boom, you're gonna stop. Actually, that one was coming down. I don't even know what happened. I mean, like, it sucks that happened from him. But yeah, I just I lift a lot smarter now, and I lift to feel good with my mobility, flexibility. I like to run, swim, jump, hang out with my kids all the time. I hop on a skateboard. I'm still weighing 243 pounds. So I've kind of sculpted my body down a little bit. I feel so much better in clothes. I feel good from within. Like before, it was like happiness of people wanted me to do.